Welcome to Astrology. I'm your astrologer, Lori Lothian. Guys, we have a really great Mercury in the heart of the sun moment coming up on August the 1st, and it's forming a wedge in the sky, and it's connecting to the asteroid Psyche, which means soul and your immortal self. It's connecting to the fixed star Antares, which is worldly success. And there's something about this particular Mercury in the heart of the sun that's captured my attention, because it feels like with a wedge formation created by the planets Sun and Mercury together in the sky conjunct. That's on August 1st, trining the goddess Juno, the wife of Zeus, the goddess of marriage and committed connections and partnerships, business and love, and an opposition from Saturn, the god of hardship and strict, stern, stoic, and sober, and realistic outcomes and decisions and actions. We have a kind of really interesting opportunity to break through. Wedges tend to break through stagnation or stuck places wherever Juno sits. And it's interesting because the breakthrough will likely involve another person. You get to break through thanks to maybe a friend, a business partner, a love partner, someone with whom you could connect and ally yourself, because Juno rules connections and partnerships. So let's go ahead and do the all signs. Yeah, we're just going to jump right there. I want you to all get a little bit of a slice of how this might work in your chart. So check your rising sign first. That's going to be the most accurate depiction of what is up for you during the August 1st Cazimi. We can say that that Cazimi will be in effect certainly the day before and the day after. You're getting the sort of sense of it all, but also on August 1st, that Cazimi happens to occur around 7 a.m. perfectly at 7 a.m. Pacific time, around noon Eastern time. So that's the peak energy, and you want to harness it, guys. You want to meditate, you want to pay attention to your dreams, you want to notice your synchronicities. This is a Mercury's good mischief that he's up to during a Cazimi, or his entrance into the heart of the sun. Now, check my description box before I go to all signs. Guess what? I always have something going on. My Great Reset reading, I still have a few openings left for this month. And I also have the Jupiter Luck reading, which is all about Jupiter and Pisces over the next year. And I also have all the other things going on. Just get a reading with me. I'm back to work after a month off, and I have a couple spots, I think, left in the month of August. So I'd love to see you if you're interested in connecting with me one-on-one in a Zoom call that is recorded for you. All right, so let's start with all signs, and I'm going to start with Leo. Why? Because it is, for me, in the Pacific Coast, a Leo ascendant, a Leo rising at the time of the Cazimi. So it's interesting, Leo, where I started looking at the chart. So we'll go with the Leos first today. So Leo sun, moon, and especially you Leo risings. I didn't mean to put Uranus in there because I'm really not going to talk about him. So we're going to take him out of the picture. He gets more important later during the moon, which I'll do a video for that Leo moon that's coming up. Yeah, simplify the screen, guys. There we are. All right. So Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. First off, this is always tense when Saturn and Sun are in opposition, and you're going to be feeling this kind of maybe oppressive energy, you Leo risings, from some kind of Saturnian figure. That can be somebody in your marriage or business or partnerships, or sometimes even long-term friendship zone, the 7th house, that is kind of being a party pooper or is trying to oppress or control the soul's light and the spark and the fire and the courage and the daring and the all that energy of a dignified sun in Leo, now with Mercury joining in to the heart of the sun. Now, I think Mercury's in neutral dignity here. I don't do the modern exaltation of Mercury really in the sign of Aquarius. So we just have Mercury coming to join with the sun and take orders. Unseen here, Leo, is that the asteroid Psyche, who means soul, who was the daughter-in-law of Venus, and who fell in love with Eros. She was a mortal who became immortal through a trial and tribulation of tasks she had to perform, and she ruled the day. She became immortal and was a part of the kingdom of the gods, and became forever was in love with her partner, her man, Eros, the god of love, the son of Venus. Now, all of that aside, that was a lot of words, sorry. The idea here is that you're going to be more in touch than you ever have should you allow this, with something that excites you, makes you passionate, that's connected to your deeper truth, your immortal self and your soul. And with Mercury in the mix through synchronicity, through communications, through phone calls. Some of this may come to light, and whatever other in your life is kind of repressing you or pushing against you in some way, you might find the breakthrough energy and the sort of relief from that is in your fifth house of children, of love affairs and romance and of creativity and the muse and the joy and the inspiration of life. So look for options and opportunities, Leo, to partner up with others in that fun part of your chart, the fifth house. Certainly as well for some of you Leos, if you're at all into investments and business speculation and independent business enterprise, that can be fifth house activities as well. And there could be some breakthroughs there. And, you know, with Juno, it would be signing contracts, you know, legal affairs, agreements, and all of that. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising sign especially. This is a very subtle influence coming from you of all signs, Virgo. Pay attention to your dreams at night on August 1st, maybe let's say July 31st to August 2nd. You could really, really harvest some kind of important big dream, a shamanic dream, a teaching dream. Your dreams can be very fertile during this window of time with great insight. Now, if you meditate, same thing, or you could have a spark of inspiration to a reverie or a daydream, but whatever it is, this is where it comes through the subtle area of the 12th house. Now, you know, also, this pressure from the workplace, you know, like colleagues, work, the place where you work, your job, the sixth house, or your exercise and health routines. This kind of Saturnian, realistic, sober energy, when Saturn is going to be there until 2023. So you guys are sobering up about work, about your health protocols. You're getting really serious, right, about it all. So Saturn is opposing that Mercury Cazimi in the 12th house. You know, the 12th house can be where you undo yourself, you know, your own self-defeating habits. And maybe Saturn's trying to get you to buck up and get over some self-defeating tendencies and self-defeating addictions or habits. And what I love about the breakthrough of Juno, the energy of Juno in the fourth house, is the breakthroughs coming from your domestic life, from something in your real estate, home, house, anchor, people at home, family of origin. Maybe your mom is going to help you have a breakthrough here, because it's traditionally the house of the mother, the fourth house. So look for breakthrough from there. And again, with the Juno thing, an agreement, a partnership, from the home base could be really calling you to some new opportunity to break through the stagnation or stuck feeling that you may be having regarding health, working, health protocols and work situations. Libra, sun, moon, and rising sign. So you guys are having the Mercury Cazimi, or the heart of the sun moment, in your 11th house. And your 11th house is a house of friends and allies and benefactors and your dreams and hopes for your life, your karmic rewards, great gains from one's career, both in reputation and financially. So there's a lot of possibility that the Mercury in the heart of the sun, for some of you Libras, can bring you a breakthrough energy in the third house, right, where Juno sits. And that is your local neighborhood. That is your aunts and uncles and sometimes your siblings. Could you have a breakthrough from an aunt, an uncle, a sibling, a friend who is like a family member, or something in the local neighborhood environment in which you live? Sometimes a trip and travel, short trips and travel occur in the third house. So some of you may be doing a trip or a journey around the Cazimi that could also have breakthrough potential. With Saturn opposing from the fifth house, guys, I mean, it's not easy, Libra. You're going through a period where Saturn will be in your fifth house until March of 23, which is about, it's like totally a party pooper, because, you know, Saturn's hard work in the fifth house. He's, you know, going against the grain of the play, the fun, the pleasure, the enjoyment energy that the fifth house can be about. Your vitality physically may feel really low during the next 2 years if you don't take care of yourself. So in the short term with this Cazimi, you may be given a synchronicity, an email, a contact, some information, some news, some inspiration. Mercury can do all of that. To break through what might have felt like a slog, like where'd the fun, joy, play, and pleasure go anyway? Now, if you're up for romance and if you want to be in a committed relationship and you're not, this could bring somebody into your life, because Juno is in the house of the hood and the neighborhood or trips and travel, and she likes to commit people to marriage and business partnerships. And, you know, Saturn is the Lord of karma and time and karma in your house of romantic love and love affairs. Possibly that sextile to Juno from Saturn could bring you some new enduring love affair, maybe with an older person or just a very karmic one that may begin around the Cazimi. And with Mercury in the house of friends, it could be an introduction from a friend that sets things going. Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. So, hey, Leo, you know, you guys have been having a lot of action in your house. I don't have all the planets up right now, but it's been a Leo fest for a while as everybody's been migrating through your sign. So you guys have been feeling a lot of innervation lately. This Cazimi is happening for you guys in the career zone of your chart. Oh, sorry, I meant Virgo. I don't think I have the patience to edit this. So if you're listening to me, I'm just delete. I meant Scorpio. And I am not going to change it. I don't have, you know, when I go to edit, it sucks, guys, because it's so slow on iMovie and then the upload speeds are so slow and I'm just not doing it. So let's start over. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. You're having this Cazimi in your natal 10th house. And I really think this is important for you to get out of some kind of push and pull where you've been feeling a stress or a strain between career, you know, like, come on, Saturn is going to be in the house of your domestic life, your real estate, your home, your family of origin, maybe your mom, but still your anchor, your root. Saturn is giving you kind of an energy of either discipline and focus in order to do things in and from home, but also a sense of the home and domestic life maybe being more rigid and hard than you normally would like. And that domestic home life could be pushing against your career part of your chart during this next while, especially around the August 1st Cazimi, where there's some kind of oppression or control coming from the home zone, and it's pushing against the career ambitions and goals you may have. As this Cazimi happens, the breaking through of this tension is going to occur with the help of Juno in a money house. Now, this is a very good spot for you guys because this could be a promotion, a raise, or another opportunity financially, signing an agreement or a contract, or being asked to partner with somebody in order to improve your finances. This is definitely a career and money story. I like that a lot of you Scorpios too will feel like with a Juno activation, you're not going it alone. Maybe it is about a team effort or being asked to participate in a partnering energy around increasing your financial well-being, your earnings, and your voice in the world as well. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. You guys are having the Mercury in the heart of the sun on August the 1st in your natal 9th house. This is an educational house, campuses, colleges. This is your true purpose and the meaning of life, your dharma, spiritual teachers, wisdom, traditions, religions belong up here, as well as trips and travel to foreign shores. Now, for some of you Sagittariuses, there's a strong energy you're dealing with around the Cazimi of Saturn in the local neighborhood or in the short trips and travel zone or in the area of siblings and immediate family like aunts and uncles or even a friend who's like a family member, giving you a lot of heat, a lot of sober, controlling, realistic energy that's opposing this deeper dharma call that you might be feeling within you for truer meaning in your life and purpose. Well, with Mercury in the heart of the sun, there's a breakthrough that you can have some clarity about that or some momentum, especially through that first house Juno. Now, the first house is you, right? So you're creating your own breakthrough and opportunity. And what are you doing with Juno in the first house? You're partnering up with some kind of contract. Now, honestly, Sagittarius, it can be a contract with and to self. You can make an agreement with yourself that I will, honor my true purpose, cleave to my deeper meaning of why I'm on the planet. Some of you with Saturn in the 3rd might be pulled over the Cazimi window, just in the few days around August 1st to buckle up and get real about learning some new skill or trade Saturn here can help you learn a very practical skill that you might want to apply towards a greater purpose. I should have said that as well. But I do like that you're kind of making vows to yourself, agreements or commitments to yourself, not really to another person. All righty. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising sign. The cazimi of Mercury in the heart of the sun moment happens to occur in your natal 8th house. This can be about your money that doesn't belong to you, but you participate in, like inheritances, taxes, credit cards, loans, spousal money, especially inheritance. I don't know if I said that. So for a lot of you Capricorn rising, especially then sun and moon, there's some news about other people's money that may benefit you, or some maybe synchronistic or magical or wild event that could be breaking through with that Mercury sun moment. But you know, Saturn in the 2nd house, he's in the house of earnings and the way we make the money, or even our wages and our possessions. And you know, Saturn is kind of constricted here. Like, I mean, in other words, he's like, Saturn in your 2nd house can be really realistic about your possessions. Do you have a possession you need to get rid of? Is that car really too expensive and you just need a regular old car? Do you need a 10-room home, or you don't want to pare it down? Like, certainly I have to say, for a lot of you Capricorn rising, especially, by the time Saturn leaves your 2nd house in 2023 March, you will have made your possessions lean and mean. You will have gotten rid of extraneous and excessive stuff. So that tension is going on here, but the breakthrough energy around that cazimi August 1st is coming from something in the deeper layers of your being. The 12th house can be your dreams at night and your meditations and your inner life. Sometimes also the 12th house can be about your own self undoing. So, but Juno is a partnership energy. She is about commitment as well. You may be committing to something to be able to break through here. Like, okay, 12th house stuff is also foreign shores. Maybe for some of you Capricorn risings, it's one of the foreign shores houses. You might consider that doing trade or business in and from a foreign shore is how you're going to break through a stagnation that's happening, or a difficulty in your money earnings and money story. And this is other people's money. It's also your spouse's money, but honestly, it's also alimony and spousal support stuff. It's all that intense stuff. So some Capricorn risings here may be dealing with complications with that kind of money story. But yet there's a breakthrough that's trying to happen. Juno can rule contracts and agreements as well. So maybe you need a contract or an agreement. If you don't have one, you may need to establish one with somebody with whom you deal with jointly held monies. Aquarius, that's me, sun, moon, and rising sign. I'm a rising Aquarian. We get a lot of this action right smack dab in the house of significant others, such as marriage partners or long-term committed relationship potentials, legal contracts that you would sign, documents that could be 7th house, business and marketplace. Okay, now when I say marketplace, I mean your audience is there, your clients are there, your others are there that you reach out to. So for some of us like me who do social media and are online, this could be a very powerful cazimi, because we Aquarians are going to experience Mercury with soul psyche going into the heart of the sun, asking us to really be on target with, I guess, the soul of our clients, the soul of our business, the soul of anybody we want to be in a relationship with. There's a strong demand here, if not a command, to match that Psyche and Eros love story that, you know, was about a love that became immortal. So nothing but the best will do for a lot of Aquarians right now. If you're single looking for love, you're going to have a very high standard. If you are not single and you're with somebody, you might try to elevate the relationship to a higher standard. You know, Psyche was tested and she prevailed, but it was a love story that required her to really go through a dark night and come out the other end. So we don't get all of the goods just by having things go easily. The breaking through of the tension here between Saturn in our 1st house, making us our own worst taskmaster. Saturn in the 1st house for us Aquarians is going to make us very, very disciplined about our physical well-being and what we need to do to be healthy. But it also is, we can be very hard on ourselves because we're super realistic and super discerning and super serious and super sober-minded until March of 23. So, and Saturn is our ruler. And so we're very much going to listen to Saturn. So with that breaking through from Juno in the house of our karmic rewards and our hopes and wishes and dreams and our great gains from our career and our allies and benefactors and friends and larger community, someone may want to partner with us, Aquarian risings especially, who is in a friendship circle or a group of belonging or has some connection to our deeper hopes, dreams, and wishes. And if we do partner with that person, it should go pretty darn well because it's providing a sextile and trine breakthrough from this tension of opposites here. Bottom line, Aquarius, if you get an offer to do something with somebody else, business or love partnership wise, go for it. It will be a very significant breakthrough energy. And don't forget, Juno is on Aries, worldly success, the warrior star, like I mentioned earlier on. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising sign. So guess what, guys? You get this energy happening for you of the Cazimi, Mercury in the heart of the sun in your house of health issues, protocols. It's house of sickness, so therefore it often shows us where we can be not sick. It also is our work, the work we do in the world, our devotion to something greater, our service, but sometimes it's just our job. And Mercury is going to give you an inspiration, an idea, synchronicity around health and work issues. And yet Saturn from the house of self-undoing, self-defeating habits and patterns in past lives and hidden enemies is offering oppressive suppression energy. Certainly in the house of hidden enemies, be careful that someone isn't pushing against you covertly. Now, breakthrough occurs in the 10th house of career and public reputation. Someone may offer you a contract, a business partnership, or even, it is in a work house. So business or professional partnership or alliance. Anytime you have a chance to partner any way in the next few days around that August 1st Cazimi with anybody, you will do it or should do it because it will be a breath of fresh air. Not to do it alone. This will support your reputation and your career in the world. And you can achieve great worldly success by virtue of that partnering energy. Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign. Let me just check my time. So guys, you have this Cazimi in the heart of the sun in your natal 5th house, and this can be about romance and love affairs and children and inspiration and the muse. If you are an Aries, sun, moon, or especially rising, and you really, really are like wanting to be inspired, filled with spirit and vitality, to hear the muse whisper sweet nothings at you, this is it. This is going to be a breakthrough of inspiration. As an Aries sun and moon, I'm looking forward to it. So around August 1st, especially on the Cazimi, be attentive to synchronicities, emails, messages, phone calls, day before and day after as well. Mercury will pull those out of a hat for something that will juice you up and super inspire your creative energies. Yay. If you're an Aries who wants to have a child, this could be very good for conception as well. Now, you can conceive an idea, a project, a business idea, a creative idea, or a baby here, you Aries folk. Now, Juno is, because Saturn is a little bit oppressive from the 11th house of groups of belonging, maybe your own sober-mindedness about realistic dreams and wishes for your life. And Saturn in your 11th may make it seem like it's really hard to get those great gains from your career right now, but it does require some hard work financially for you to blossom. That Saturn sort of sober, realistic party pooper energy opposing this Leo sun, the breaking up of this tension is because of Juno. And Juno is in the house of foreign trips and travel, foreign shores, dharma, wisdom, meaning, soul, God, book publishing, publications. I'm giving you all the meanings of the 9th house. Okay, but there's so much up there. Certainly also higher education for some of you Aries. Now, Juno's partnership, agreements, commitments in that area of the chart. You may be approached or you may make a commitment to somebody in a foreign shore, from a foreign shore, in an educational setting, in the world of publications, or even in the world of spiritual mentors and stuff like that, that will break you free a little bit more to experience more of the excitement and the sparkle of your fifth house of love affairs and romance. I guess I can also say for some Aries, it could be very literal. A breakthrough love affair could be occurring with somebody from a foreign land with whom there is commitment or partnership potential, both in business and in love. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is going to be the Cazimi in the heart of the sun moment in the fourth house of home and real estate. I think that means some of you may find that you're going to have breakthrough energy happening at home in your domestic life, and that Mercury wants to bring breakthrough revelation there. And even regarding your family of origin or your mother. Also, Taurus, it could just be about your home. You know, I mean, Mercury in the heart of the sun could be something magical wants to happen in and from the home around August the 1st. With the opposition to Saturn in the 10th, it's like it's the work house, the career house, and Saturn's making it really, a lot of you Taurus, sun, moon, and especially rising sign, you're going to work really hard. Where she works hard for her money. Working hard, being serious and realistic about your career goals is something that's in play till 2003, March of 2023, I mean. So, you know, this is an ongoing story, but yet Mercury can bring a breakthrough inspiration through partnering and committing and partnering and committing and making the contractual agreements with somebody from the eighth house energy field. Eighth house is house of tantra and sex and intimacy and magic, but also the house of money that doesn't belong to you, like bank loans, credit card money, tax rebate money, money owed to you from somebody and somewhere. Someone might partner with you to help liberate some tied up money that doesn't belong to you. I'll give you an example. Like my daughter's a Taurus sun, and I do want to partner with her to help her liberate a little bit of money that my mom left for her that's been in like long-term government trust fund, and we have to do a bunch of things to get it out. It's hardly anything, I'm sure, but to get it out for her, I'd be her ally in getting that money released. All righty, let's keep going. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign folk. You guys have Cazimi Mercury stuff going on in your third house of siblings, aunts and uncles and cousins sometimes, local neighborhood. This is also the online world, website building, blogs, and self-expression, the house of writing. If any of you Geminis are writing something, inclined to write, inspired to write, Mercury in the heart of the sun can blow the roof off of your inspiration. You could be having such original ideas here. Yay, exciting, really important ideas. It's really good as well for any trips to totally inspire you. If you're taking any journeys during this time, Gemini, you could be deeply inspired by something on the trip. Now, Saturn is kind of squashy, realistic, sober energy from the ninth house of foreign shores, higher education, deeper meaning of your life, your purpose, even spiritual guides and mentors. I mean, this could be like, you know, a preacher, a priest, because you know what I mean, squashing you or squishing you or pressuring you or making you feel a little less vital about your inspired third house activity. Now, if that happens, no worries, because Juno is breaking things through in the seventh house of legal contracts and agreements, your marketplace, your audience, your spouse, right? Any kind of long-term partnerships can be seventh house partnerships as well. So you may be partnering with somebody in a legal way even to bring greater excitement to the house of self-expression. Some of you Geminis may indeed be activated to write something or document something during and around the August 1st Cazimi. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising sign. All right, so hey, it's happening in your second house where Mercury is in the heart of the sun. This is a finance house, so a lot of your money stuff is going to be having some kind of shift here, some kind of Cazimi magical moment. You might get a synchronicity, a lucky break, a cool phone call or email around August 1st, give or take a day on either side, where this Mercury will outpitch her. And with the pressure from Saturn in the eighth house of other people's money, spouses' money, inheritance money, banks, credit cards, you get the gist, inheritance money. Some of you Cancers may feel all that heavy energy. A lot of you Cancers with Saturn there since we'll be there till 2023, feeling like you have to be serious and sober and even feeling anxious and fearful about your investments, your worth, your money, you know, the money that you may have invested in something, all of that. However, there's a breakthrough here in the 6th house, which is a very powerful place to have Juno sitting, because it is a very karmic place. And in fact, it is the house of karmic debts. And so I like that, you know, possibly we're looking at a karmic debt relief plan where somebody is going to, money owed to you or money is going to come to you. It's all about the money, honey, as a karmic debt relief. You're owed money and it's your karmic dividends or something like that. Now, partners like spouse partners or business partners, 6th house energy, this is definitely a possibility for some cancers arising, especially to partner with somebody in the workplace to improve your finances and not to do things by yourself. Negotiations and contracts and partners in the area of your work can be very breakthrough energy with that Mercury cazimi playing out in the days around August 1st. Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. Now, Leo, you guys are having a lot of action in your chart lately. It's been very busy for you. You've been feeling it, a lot of you, Leo risings especially. So here we have Mercury in the heart of the sun, getting guidance from the eternal. Don't forget, Psyche is there, the goddess of the eternal, immortal love story of Psyche and Eros. You could fall back in love with yourself. You could feel your immortal truth of your soul, and you could get a deep, deep inspiration about your physical body, about your wellness protocols here with Mercury in the heart of the sun in the 1st house, or how you want to express in the world. With Saturn across the way, expressing who you really are in the world from a deep soul place might be getting some flack from a spouse or a business partner or from a client, the house of others. And if that has been happening or does happen around the cazimi, you're going to break through to the other side of that through the 5th house. Your children could inspire you or cheer you on. A romantic love partner could be your backup and tell you not to stress, or you may be inspired deeply by the muse to create something. And if you're in independent business mode at all, like entrepreneurial, this could be also someone wanting to partner to help you with an entrepreneurial type business, or to be a boss of your own business around that cazimi window. So many ways it can play out. So I'm just giving generalities, but pay attention to 5th house breakthrough areas where you could find Juno says, well, it could even be someone saying, let's partner up and have fun today. You're like, fun? And fun turns out to be important. And it breaks a whole new level of juice in your self-expression of who you are in the world. I'm trying to remember where I started. I started with Leo. Okay. Did I? Yeah. Mercury, sun, moon. Did I skip a sign? Seems like I did. Oh my God, guys. Where was I last? Oh, I was with Leo. Okay. Oh, I started with Leo. Did I do Leo twice? Have I gone through the whole circle already? If I did, Leo, you got double duty. I can't remember, but I think I did. Okay, thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Please share if you like it. Please comment and check out my description box below for my sales and my great reset reading. I think I have 2 or 3 spots left in August. If you want to see me, it can be for any reading, of course. I would love to have you. Sign up for my newsletter, guys. You get a big chance to win it every month. A draw for 2 new free readings. Of course, I'll do the draw on August 1st for the month behind me. And you could win a free reading with me. That's not bad. And you get 30% off readings with me. I send that code out once a month to all of my subscribers to remind them that they have a 30% one-time use discount code. All right. Thanks for listening. I think I was a little spacey today. Mwah.